From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Friday morning. Right now you're taking a live, beautiful look at Yakima. This view coming courtesy of Bimart. The camera is shaking a little bit right now, but we're really not going to deal with many strong breezes or gusts for today. Right now, temperatures in the 40s for lower elevations. We're in the 30s up in the Cascades, 30s and 40s up in the Blues. So down towards Cabbage Hill or Meacham, that's where maybe you could run into a little bit of frost for this morning. Here's your day planner forecast for today for lower elevations. Lots of sunshine all throughout the day. We're going to end up around 70 in the Tri-Cities by lunchtime and even warmer than that at the peak of daytime heating. So we'll finally have normal high temperatures for this time of the year. We'll be even warmer than normal for Sunday, Wednesday, and Thursday by a clip of about 10 to 15 degrees. So feeling very summer-like for those 3 days. A little bit cooler for Memorial Day as we'll be cooled off with a chance of showers and thunderstorms Sunday night into Memorial Day. It's certainly not going to be a washout, though, and very windy on Memorial Day. You guessed it, in the Kittitas Valley. So we'll touch on all these points as we head into a very big forecast for this 3-day weekend. That's going to be coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, a welfare check leads to a disturbing discovery inside a local apartment and lands 2 people behind bars. We'll let you know what officers say they found inside. And 5 overdoses in just 24 hours. Yakima health officials say may be behind this alarming spike and how you can help save a life. And you might see smoke near WSU Tri-Cities today, but don't be alarmed. We're going to let you know why crews are intentionally setting fires and how it could help out this wildfire season. We have these headlines and so much more coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest on this Friday morning. I'm Jade Elliott. Jessica has the morning off. We want to get right to some new information this morning coming in from Kennewick Police, where they tell us just before midnight they responded to reports of gunfire. Witnesses said they saw 2 men in dark clothes running from the area of West Canal Drive and North Arthur Street just after those shots were fired. At least 2 houses were hit by bullets. Luckily, no injuries have been reported. Investigators say they found multiple shell casings at the scene. Kennewick Police are now asking anyone in that area to check any of their surveillance cameras for footage around the time of that shooting. And if you saw anything or find anything on that footage, contact non-emergency dispatch if you have information. 602 taking you to College Place now, where a welfare check turned into a very disturbing discovery and 2 people arrested on animal cruelty charges. Police were called to an apartment near the 200 block of North College Avenue after a neighbor reported not seeing the people that lived there for about 2 months. That neighbor also noticed a foul odor coming from that apartment and heard dogs barking inside. So when officers arrived, you see what they found. The images on your screen right now, unsanitary living conditions. There was garbage, feces, animal remains, all scattered on the floor. Some of those remains, we're told, included exotic species, and officers say there was no food or water that had been left for any of the surviving animals. Even more disturbing, there were some remains found stored in a freezer. Investigators say that the residents appeared to be operating a taxidermy business out of the apartment. Police arrested 21-year-old Benjamin Reed and 19-year-old Austin Devaney on 22 counts of first-degree animal cruelty, which is a felony under Washington law. Now, Reed was released after a court appearance on Wednesday. Devaney released yesterday, and no charges have been filed at this time. Moving on to a major health alert out of Yakima County. Officials have reported 5 overdoses in just the last 24 hours. That's reaching spike alert levels. Authorities say this may be an indication that there is a contaminated or a high potent drug supply making its way around the region. Apple Valley News Now spoke with the executive director of Safe Yakima Valley, who says this program is critical in saving lives and they need this information to get out.
Program that we started in Yakima. We started this project back in October of 2023, and we finalized it in January of this year, of 2025. And that is where we linked first responders and law enforcement's reporting dashboards to a tool called ODMAP, where it tracks overdoses in near live time.
So Safe Yakima Valley is offering these tips. They're saying to carry naloxone. That can reduce an opioid overdose. You can also visit findtreatment.gov for help. 6:04, and as wildfire season draws closer, new forecasts from the National Interagency Coordination Center are raising concern across the Northwest. The NICC has released updated maps showing an increasing above normal risk for wildfires in the region, especially as we move into August. And these maps are a part of a national outlook for wildland fire potential and are used to help emergency managers and fire crews prepare and respond more efficiently. The agency says the goal is to reduce the risk to lives and property by staying ahead of the fire danger before conditions peak. And all this fire talk is the Richland Fire Department is preparing this morning to conduct controlled burns, weather permitting. This will all take place on the UWSU Tri-Cities campus near the Wine Science Center. Fire crews plan to arrive at about 8 o'clock this morning, and that burn is scheduled between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, ahead of Memorial Day, we honor the brave men and women who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. Coming up, how fellow soldiers are taking time to honor the fallen, one flag at a time. And we'll check back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. He'll have your first alert forecast as we give you that live look outside from our Bi-Mart camera in Yakima. It is 6 minutes after 6, and we're back right after the break.
Your dream home starts at Floor & Home with Mohawk's Made in America lines. Tariff-free, 4-season flooring made for life. And remember, we'll take care of the install. Love the home you live in.
At McCurley Subaru, service has always meant more than just turning wrenches. It's about turning trust into lasting relationships. That's why we've expanded to better serve you. Double the oil change bays, 33% more technicians, and faster turnaround with basic services done in about 45 minutes. And we don't just service Subarus. We work on all makes and models, old and new. Whether you're maintaining your vehicle or facing something bigger, our newly remodeled service department is ready when you are. McCurley Subaru, your way home. Book your service appointment today at McCurleySubaru.com.
At the Pacific Clinic, we understand the juggle of parenthood. That's why the PC is your one-stop shop for all your health, sports, and medical needs. Schedule your appointments around your favorite group fitness classes and use our on-site childcare services.
From women's health to care for your little ones, we practice a comprehensive approach to keep your family feeling great.
With our quick and convenient scheduling, we'll get you in within the same week, often the next day. Call us today at 509-783-5465.
Since 1983, Nissan has been assembling award-winning vehicles for you, right here in America. And we're committed to keeping our lineup affordable and free from new tariffs. That's why we've lowered MSRP on our best-selling Rogue and Pathfinder. So you can get the car you want, at the price you want, knowing Nissan is here for you at the Nissan Summer Sales Event.
Now get up to $6,000 total savings on Frontier, or get 0% APR for 60 months on Pathfinder.
Enter to win tickets to see Foreigner. Coming to Walla Walla Fair and Frontier Days. Click on contests at AppleValleyNewsNow.com or enter on our mobile app. Foreigner, Walla Walla Fair and Frontier Days.
Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking was proud to take part in the Great American Flag Swap. Our commitment to quality craftsmanship, superior service, and community support is a reflection of our love for this great nation. Rick's Fencing and Decking thanks you for joining us in honoring our veterans and all who serve.
Your dream home starts at Floor & Home with Mohawk's Made in America lines. Tariff-free, 4-season flooring made for life. And remember, we'll take care of the install. Love the home you live in.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and take you on a zone-by-zone tour of this morning's temperatures, and we start off in Kittitas County, upper 30s up towards Snoqualmie Pass, around 50 down towards Ellensburg. Then in the Yakima Valley, these temperatures spanning from 46 to 50, 46 in Yakima, 50 in Union Gap. And then in the lower Columbia Basin, all of us in the 40s, 43 for the Tri-Cities, 49 for Benton City and up towards the Hanford site. Then for the Blue Foothills, most of us in the 40s, and then 30 30s and 40s. In fact, 20s, 30s, and 40s up in the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains. So down towards Cabbage Hill or Meacham, it could be a little bit frosty out there. Here is your CodeCast for today for the Tri-Cities. Light jacket weather for this morning. Should be a lot of t-shirt weather once we hit lunchtime and deep into the afternoon, even into the early evening. So for today, finally normal high temperatures for this time of May. You know, we've had a run of cooler than normal highs for the last, I'd say, 4 or 5 days. Now we're going to be normal, which means mid-70s in the Kittitas Valley, mid-70s in the Blue Foothills of Walla Walla County, and mid to upper 70s in the Yakima Valley and the lower Columbia Basin. It's going to feel even warmer in the sunshine. We'll have lots of sunshine across the map for today. So just a beautiful day. We'll continue to have beautiful weather for this weekend, but we trend much warmer, feeling summer-like for Saturday, but especially by Sunday. I'll tell you just how hot it could get coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. 10 minutes after 6 now, and it's a somber tradition at Arlington National Cemetery ahead of Memorial Day as soldiers place flags upon the graves of the fallen. Take a look.
This tradition we're doing here today is something called Flags In, where we place an American flag in front of every grave in Arlington National Cemetery for over 400,000 service members and their families.
It kind of makes me think about how small of a kind of a blip in time my career has been. As vast as it may seem, I guess, in the grand scheme of things, but then you come out here and you see the endless amount of years and the wars and conflicts that we have been in and how many soldiers we lost over the time.
You know, we look at this and almost kind of take it for granted, but these people have laid down their lives. Their families have been there to support, and so this is just, you know, a day where we can come out and just really honor them.
It's something that everyone takes very seriously, just the knowledge that we're often the last touch point that families will have with the military as they bury their loved one. And I think we take that responsibility very seriously to give it the correct send-off and the proper send-off to our comrade in arms.
No matter what is going on in the world, that we will always honor the service and sacrifice of the men and women buried here.
So I'm thankful and grateful, and I think as Americans, we should just really take the time to honor on this special day.
The annual Flags In tradition started in 1948, and the flags are then removed after Memorial Day when the cemetery opens back up to the public. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up, we'll check back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. He will have your full First Alert forecast as we make our way into this Memorial Day weekend, giving you that beautiful live look outside from our Bi-Mart camera in Yakima. It is 12 minutes after 6. We'll be right back.
With McValue at McDonald's, you'll get deals on drinks whenever you hit the afternoon slump.
We've got your pick-me-up covered because medium drinks are now $2.29. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next-level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
Brad, you're on mute.
And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
What's great about basketball? Almost everything.
What's not great about basketball? The term three-pointer.
Boring.
Instead, let's just call them triple plays.
Check it out. Hit it, Steve.
Roberts has it, fires. It's a triple play.
It actually works.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Complete coincidence that that's also the name of where we work.
Not engineered by marketing, no way.
When you say let's go to breakfast, you mean let's go to McDonald's. Obviously.
Get the morning going when you buy one breakfast sandwich and get another one for $1.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Austin Reed is a television news leader with a passion for unique stories that have affected positive change for more than 20 years.
Get the best local news coverage every day, right here.
Wendy Redmond, Austin Reed, Stacey Lee, Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Next Live.
The fashion.
The drama.
The shoes.
news. Sarah Jessica Parker from And Just Like That, plus Method Man.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now. E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today is going to be another gorgeous day out there. We'll have mostly sunny skies and high temperatures will end up being about normal for this time of the year. Like I just said a couple minutes back, we've had a little stretch here where we've been cooler than normal. That is not going to be the case for today with mid to upper 70s, be in the 50s and 60s for both the Cascade and Blue Mountain ranges. And then for tonight, mostly clear skies across the map. Overnight lows down into the 40s for the valleys, basin, and foothills will be down into the 30s and 40s for both the Cascades and the Blues. Winds will be a little bit breezy for tonight in the Kittitas Valley, mainly after 7 p.m. and before 2 a.m. But for the rest of the region, winds are going to end up being pretty light. Okay, like I mentioned, normal high temperatures for today will be about 5 degrees warmer than normal for Saturday, about 10 to 15 degrees warmer than normal for Sunday. So that's going to be the hottest day over the next 7 days, but trailing very closely behind would be Wednesday and Thursday. Now you'll notice noticeably cooler for Monday, so Memorial Day and Tuesday, and that doesn't happen for no reason. It's going to happen because we'll have a storm system that's going to pass through Sunday night into Memorial Day. It will bring us some shower and thunderstorm chances. No, it's not going to be a washout at all. Yes, some outdoor plans could be impacted a little bit, but I wouldn't cancel any outdoor activities. Dry for Tuesday, and then we have additional small shower chances in a Wednesday and Thursday. But like I mentioned, with this storm system, the impact's going to span beyond just shower and thunderstorm chances. We'll also see cooler high temperatures, and it's going to be breezy and windy across the map for Memorial Day, especially in the Kittitas Valley, where some of those peak gusts could be upwards of 45 miles per hour. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Highs climbing into the low 90s by Sunday, cooler for Memorial Day and Tuesday, then hotter again by midweek. In Yakima, warming up through Sunday, briefly cooler for the holiday, then maybe up into the low 90s by Wednesday. In Ellensburg, very windy and turning cooler for Memorial Day, but then hotter weather comes back Tuesday and Wednesday. In Hermiston, highs stepping up to around 90 degrees by Sunday, more comfortable for the holiday, then hotter again towards the middle and end of next week. Then for Walla Walla, the heat will be on this weekend, especially Sunday, but much cooler for Memorial Day with a small chance of a shower.
Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, Hollywood is in the courtroom this week. From Kim Kardashian, Diddy, and Blake Lively, we have all the updates from the courtrooms coming up in your entertainment headlines. It is 6:18, and we'll be right back.
The big Memorial Day savings are on at Walker's Furniture with store-wide discounts on all your favorite brands and doorbuster deals like a 3-piece reclining set for just $999. Or pay over time with 5 years no interest financing. No money down, no minimum purchase required. Beautiful new bedroom sets, stylish new sectionals, and quality new dining sets all on sale. Get the biggest savings of the season where quality just costs less. Walker's Furniture.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion. We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, we'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90.
Hey, we're tired of having the wool pulled over our eyes with these hidden requirements. What aren't we seeing?
Yeah. Do we get our choice of free phones?
Yep, you get the latest phones.
I bet we have to trade in our old phones, though.
Nope, sure don't.
Wow.
High five. Almost. Higher. Yes. Nope.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in. And we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
It's the 3-degree guarantee from Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather and Legends Casino Hotel. When Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth gets the high within 3 degrees, $25 is put in the jackpot. If he misses, someone wins. From Legends Casino Hotel and Apple Valley News Now.
Feeling overwhelmed? It's time to shed your worries, literally. At Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, we've got the perfect shed to clear the clutter, create space, and bring peace to your life. Man cave, playhouse, done. Want something custom? We'll build it just the way you want it. And we deliver for free. Spring is here. Shed the mess, shed the stress. See dealer for special pricing. Visit Columbia Basin Building and Sheds today, 3680 West Van Giesen in West Richland.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE. The Coeur d'Alene Resort Golf Club. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Welcome back. 6:20 in your entertainment headlines this morning. We take you to the courtroom. Today, we do expect to hear a verdict in the Kim Kardashian Paris robbery trial.
That's right. 9 men and 1 woman are facing charges, including armed robbery, kidnapping, and conspiracy.
Yeah, 8 of them denying involvement. 2 have pleaded guilty to some of the charges, though.
The billionaire reality TV star was tied up and robbed at gunpoint nearly 9 years ago during Paris Fashion Week in 2016. In testimony earlier this month, Kardashian said she thought she was going to die.
Once we get that verdict, we'll of course pass it along with you. And to a Manhattan courtroom, that's where testimony is continuing in the Sean Diddy Combs federal sex trafficking trial. Scott Mescudi, known by his stage name Kid Cudi, you see him right there, he arrived at the Manhattan courthouse yesterday. The rapper had a brief relationship with Cassie Ventura, Combs' former girlfriend.
Ventura testified last week that Combs threatened harm against her and Mescudi when he learned they were dating in 2011. In his Thursday testimony, Mescudi detailed his previous interactions with Combs. In one, Mescudi said he had a tense meeting with Combs in 2012 after his Porsche was set on fire. Mescudi said he believed Combs had something to do with it.
The two also discussed Mescudi's relationship with Ventura. Mescudi testifying when he saw Combs again in 2015. Combs apologized. Keeping a close eye on that case as well. And this one just keeps on giving. We are now learning Taylor Swift won't have to testify in the legal battle between Blake Lively and her It Ends With Us co-star and director Justin Baldoni. Baldoni's lawyers dropping the subpoena after Swift's lawyers pushed back, calling it an unwarranted fishing expedition.
Swift is a longtime friend of Lively's. She was first mentioned in connection to the ongoing legal dispute when text messages between Swift and Lively were revealed.
Yeah, those texts were reportedly brought up in connection with Baldoni's $400 million defamation countersuit against Lively and her husband Ryan Reynolds. Lively has accused Baldoni of sexual harassment and retaliation, Baldoni denying all of the allegations.
She also claimed that Baldoni orchestrated a social media campaign to hurt her reputation while they were promoting their 2024 film. Meanwhile, Baldoni has accused Reynolds of assisting Lively in hijacking his film and taking down his career.
I've had the privilege of meeting a number of Rangers throughout my life, and I've seen firsthand the vital work they do.
And in royal news, you saw him right there, Britain's Prince William releasing a new digital docuseries that delves into the dangerous work of rangers on the front lines of conservation around the globe.
Prince William says the series, titled Guardians, was shaped by first-hand accounts from rangers he's met through his United for Wildlife Foundation. He has called rangers unsung heroes who take incredible risk by standing between poachers and numerous endangered species.
Digital series will premiere today on BBC Earth's YouTube channel and social media platforms as well.
Episodes will be released weekly.
Wild. You know, some of the jobs you don't even think of that are out there, like those rangers, for example, and the things that they do to protect all of the animals.
Protecting from poachers, and I don't know how big of a problem poaching is in America, but some of those locations they were showing that, I know that poaching is a big problem there.
Oh, yeah.
So those rangers are, that is tough work.
Like Prince William says, unsung heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We're learning more about the future of the Toppenish pool. There are some new announcements that it has been closed for the season. We're exploring now what could be next for the community staple. And with summer around the corner, officials are also warning Washington drivers that this is one of the most dangerous times of year to be on the road. We have more on that coming up at 6:24, and we're back after the break.
Statistics show every 20 minutes an accident happens. It's not a pleasant thought, but sometimes watching out for the other guy is not good enough. If you've been injured in an accident, call Alan Brecky Law Offices.
Purple is the greatest sleep ever invented. We've hired Humpty Dumpty.
Oh no.
Yes! No cracks! And my aches and pains are gone.
That's because Purple's GelFlex Grid is soft where you want it and firm where you need it, reducing your aches and pains by up to 40%.
And right now, save up to $1,000 on select mattress and base bundles. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to find your perfect purple.
For over 49 years, Shelby's Floral has been your homegrown neighbor, bringing joy and beauty to every occasion. We're more than just a flower shop and specialize in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. Our experienced designers are here to help you with all your floral needs, ensuring that every bouquet is as special as the moment it celebrates. Visit us today at our brand new location on Clearwater in Kennewick. We're part of your community and can't wait to help you celebrate life's moments. Shelby's Floral.
Summer's here.
It's time. Time to let your soul breathe a little, to feel the sun on your face, and to feel alive again. It's time to dust off the clubs, to treat yourself, and test out your lungs. It's time to get away to the place that's not so far away, Lakeside Coeur d'Alene. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
Statistics show every 20 minutes an accident happens. It's not a pleasant thought, but sometimes watching out for the other guy is not good enough. If you've been injured in an accident, call Alan Brecky Law Offices.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Friday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us. Joining us here for Good Morning Northwest, I'm Jade Elliott.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
Jessica has the morning off, and we want to start with a really cool photo. Clear skies, warm temps, and nature's busiest pollinators hard at work.
That's right. Check out this beautiful shot, and you'll understand the word play right now, from one of our viewers, Bernard Hernandez Jr.
Yeah, take a look. You can actually see on the back legs of this little honeybee pollen that is packed on. This little bee was out spotted collecting. That's pretty cool.
Doing his job, being a worker bee.
Do you think that our friend that took this got really that close to that honeybee, or do you think they zoomed in?
That looks like a pretty good...
That's a pretty good photo, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good resolution. So I'm going to say Bernard was brave and got right up in the bee's grill and got the shot.
Do honeybees sting?
I think so.
All bees sting?
I think so, but do not quote us on that. Absolutely do not. So thank you, Bernard, for sending us this awesome photo, and of course you can send us all your photos to applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Yes, we would love to see your photos, and you might just see it featured right here on air as well. So thank you to Bernard. I think that's a really cool shot. That's not something that I feel like you would normally see with the pollen packed on the back like that.
No,
it probably happens more than we think, but just the visual.
But it's something to pay attention to next time. Next time a little bee lands in front of you from a safe distance, see if there's pollen on its back legs.
Very cool. All right, another cool thing, Cash with Colbreth. You're doing it.
There's a lot of cash.
There's a lot of cash
this morning. What can I say? Yeah, thanks again to our friends at the Legends Casino and Hotel for sponsoring the 3-degree guarantee. Yesterday, I went with the forecast high of 71 in Pasco Tri-Cities and verified at 72. So the jackpot is now up to $750. That's 30 forecasts verified in a row. So here are the stakes for today, going with a forecast high of 78 in Pasco Tri-Cities. So if it verifies between 75 to 81, the jackpot's going to go up to $775. If that doesn't happen, the jackpot could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to AppleValleyNewsNow.com, clicking on the contest page, or you could scan the QR code that's on your screen. Now what's on your screen is a live, beautiful look at Columbia Point. This view coming courtesy also of our good friends at the Legends Casino and Hotel. A lot of green, a lot of blue. It's going to be a lot of sunshine in the forecast for today. Right now, temperatures in the 40s for lower elevations, 30s up in the Cascades, 30s and 40s for the Blues. So it could be a little bit frosty down towards Cabbage Hill or Meacham. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast for today for the Tri-Cities. Like I mentioned, lots of sunshine all throughout the day. High temperatures going to be normal for this time of the year. What does that mean? That means mid-70s in the Kittitas Valley. The same thing for the Blue Foothills of Walla Walla County, and mid to upper 70s for the Yakima Valley, Lower Columbia Basin. And in the sunshine, it's going to feel even warmer than what these air temperatures would otherwise suggest. And I'll take you on that zone-by-zone tour of today's beautiful Friday forecast. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. We begin your 6:30 half hour of news in Kennewick, where just yesterday, emergency crews were called to reports of a crash near the Winco off Clearwater. Apple Valley News Now crews were there. Take a look at what we found. So you see, when our crews arrived to the scene, it was found that one car had crashed into a power pole. You saw it right there. At least another SUV was involved as well. At this time, we don't have any updates on injuries or just how this crash happened. Investigation's still ongoing. As we learn more, we'll pass it along to you. But it serves as a good reminder that as summer is heating up, so is traffic across the state. Officials are urging drivers to slow down. Last summer, 253 people died in crashes between June and September, a lot of those due to speeding. So now the state is launching the 100 Safest Days of Summer campaign to remind drivers that slowing down can save lives. One Kennewick resident says distractions only add to the danger.
There's a lot more distractions, you know, like kids are home from school, so we're driving with cars full of kids and maybe trying to get places a lot quicker than we normally are, trying to get to games and barbecues and all the things, and so it can start to feel like we're constantly running behind.
Officials say even 5 miles over the speed limit can make a crash far more dangerous. Well, Moses Lake Police Department responding to a shooting, which they're saying they believe to be gang-related. It all happened in the 500 block of Central Drive. Officers say they found a 17-year-old who had been shot in the leg. We're told he was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police say they executed a search warrant on a suspect vehicle on Airway Drive. So far, though, no reports of any arrests. All right, taking you to the Toppenish area. City officials confirming this year's recreation and aquatics programs include the city pool have been discontinued. A significant budget deficit tied to the failure of the Park District Funding Initiative means there just aren't enough resources to keep that pool up and running. While the pool, originally redone in 1987, is in rough shape, a grant-funded project is moving forward to resurface and repaint it by June 30th. The city met earlier this year with 2 groups interested in potentially leasing the pool, Yakima Valley Farm Workers Clinic and the Friends of the Toppenish Pool. Well, just Monday, the Farm Workers Clinic returned to the lease. It's a move that could open the door to future use, something the city says that they are eager to see happen.
Contrary to some of the social media statements that are out there, we have not put up hoops or obstructions for people to feel like it has been made harder than it is. It's just that we have a responsibility to ensure that if this facility is being leased out to an organization, that it's in the best condition that it can be, so that they don't have any problems.
So the mayor is hoping that there aren't any hiccups transferring the responsibility to a new organization. The city is hoping that the new group will take it over by July 9th. 6:34 new this morning as the sun sticks around a little longer and the temperatures start to climb. Summer is clearly on the way, and that means it's time to talk about summer safety. Now, May is National Water Safety Month, and with drowning still one of the leading causes of preventable deaths in kids, this event is a timely reminder of just how important it is to practice safety around pools, lakes, and rivers. PMH handed out free life jackets at all 3 of their clinics around the region. Being able to provide these life jackets is a main focus for them.
You know, pool, river, it doesn't matter, any type of body of water. Have a plan, know where you're at, know the body of water you're going to be around. Designate somebody to always be paying attention. I think people don't realize it's seconds, right? Somebody can go underwater and they can be lost forever.
And McGregor says it's not just about wearing a life jacket, it's also about staying alert and having a plan. Whether it's a family outing or a neighborhood pool party, water safety should always be a priority. Prosser Memorial Health will continue to raise awareness throughout the summer, making sure that kids and parents are ready before they ever step into the water. 636 and engineering students at WSU Tri-Cities are getting a high-tech upgrade. It's all thanks to a generous donation from a longtime industry partner. The engineering company Bechtel donated $60,000 to help the university buy a new $100,000 materials testing machine. Unlike the school's older equipment, which could only test metals like aluminum and steel, this new machine can analyze advanced materials, including those used in 3D printing. Faculty say the upgrade gives students real-world skills that translate directly to the job market.
Students get some hands-on experience, right? And then we kind of provide a great graduate, the workforce for the industry.
Now, the machine is expected to be up and running in just a couple weeks and will be used by more than 100 students every semester. So much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. If you are looking for ways to honor Memorial Day weekend, we have got some local events and activities that you won't want to miss, from car shows to museum specials.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra. Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kind of is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
This is the place where Stanley Cup dreams come true.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health Spine Center. Visit prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
During the massive 4-day sale at Furniture Row, when we say the savings are massive, we mean massive. Shop today and take $100 off every $1,000 you spend, and watch the savings stack up. And with the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed, it's the perfect time to design a new living room, dining room, bedroom, or fall into a new mattress. Check out doorbusters while they last. Plus 60 months no interest and no down payment. But don't wait. Savings this massive won't last.
In a world filled with accidents, the injured look to Mo, because Mo knows these guys are bulldog tough on personal injury and workers' compensation claims. Mo knows you can go to the other guys, but why would you? From back in autumn, Bulldog Tough.
Saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union, money where it matters.
These are real people seeking solutions to real pain.
I have plantar fasciitis.
My feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports. Clinically proven. Significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm not feeling any pain. My heel, that's where I always feel it.
Pressure off your knees?
Yeah, actually. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
Wendy Redman is a leader in broadcast news. She breaks big stories, produces special reports that make a difference, and brings the news home each evening.
It's sometimes dramatic, but always informative.
Wendy Redman, Austin Reed, Stacey Lee, Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Tonight.
What happened to Sherry Papini?
The kidnapping hoax is now back under the microscope. Now, Sherry Papini breaks her silence in a new documentary, and Sherry's ex-husband.
She committed to the lie.
New 2020, tonight on ABC.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and take you on a zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. And folks, it is going to be a beautiful one and warmer compared to the past few days. We're going to be around 60 up towards Snoqualmie Pass, mid-70s in the Kittitas Valley. And the Yakima Valley will mostly be in the mid-70s, could have some upper 70s towards Union Gap. I'm going with 78 there for today, but mostly sunny skies here. Then in the lower Columbia Basin, we'll see temperatures a little bit closer to 80 degrees, 78 for the Tri-Cities. Light winds here, really light winds across the map, except for in the blue foothills of Morrow County. Some of those peak gusts could be out of the north, peaking around 20 miles per hour. But other than that, highs in the 60s and 70s for the foothills, 50s and 60s for the Blue Mountains, and plenty of sunshine. So yeah, just another gorgeous spring day out there. But as we get closer and closer to fire season, I'm going to start showing these graphics a lot more, almost on a daily basis. So for today, here's the vegetation dryness forecast. Remember, the 100th percentile would be the driest vegetation we've had since 2005. We're only up into the 61st percentile today for the Cascades, Kittitas Valley, and Upper Yakima Valley. That is technically dry, just run-of-the-mill dry. Then for Monday, Memorial Day, we're going to be up into the 72nd percentile for the Cascades, Kittitas Valley, and Upper Yakima Valley. Once we get to the 75th percentile and above, we will classify that as very dry. So we'll see what happens to these numbers as we continue to be hot and dry into next week.
6:42, and as Memorial Day approaches, communities across the Tri-Cities are preparing to honor those who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our country.
Whether you're looking to reflect, explore, or simply support our veterans, there are plenty of events and experiences happening right here at home.
Yeah, so we start at the historic NAS Pasco Control Tower, where aviation history takes flight. Open Saturday from 10 to 4, this unique museum showcases local military aviation stories with displays that inspire and educate, and veterans get in free.
Of course. Well, for those wanting a broader look at the region's history, the Reach Museum in Richland is also offering discounted admission for active duty military. Their exhibits span from the Ice Age floods to the atomic era, perfect for families looking to learn something new this holiday weekend.
And on Saturday, you can support veterans while enjoying some classic American muscle cars. The Pacific Northwest Mustang Club is hosting its 43rd annual Spring Show and Shine at Columbia Park. Every dollar raised goes to local veteran organizations, combining horsepower with heart.
So whether you're diving into history, enjoying classic cars, or just spending time with loved ones.
Yeah, there is plenty of meaningful ways to honor our fallen veterans and to make the most of your holiday weekend. And as you've been saying, the temperatures, the forecast is just going to be wonderful for that.
It's perfect. When you think of Memorial Day weather, even like a little bit hotter than that, that's what it's going to be for this weekend. So everything panning out.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for making that happen. We appreciate it.
Of course.
So much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We have your morning sprint, everything you need to know as you head out the door this morning, and giving you that beautiful live look outside from our Legends Casino Hotel Skycam at Richland's Columbia Point, overlooking the mighty Columbia there at Howard Amon. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth will be back with your full First Alert forecast as we make our way into the Memorial Day weekend. 6:43, we're back after the break.
The big Memorial Day weekend is finally here, and More Furniture is celebrating with store-wide sale pricing. Plus, get your choice, free white glove delivery, or we'll pay this sales tax. It's your chance to save big on our spring lineup featuring fresh new designs, functions, and features in every department. You'll find relaxing living rooms, bedroom sanctuaries, cozy dining rooms, and the perfect accessories all in stock, on sale and ready for immediate delivery. Visit your local More Furniture this Memorial weekend.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
Spectrum helps my business go from surviving to thriving. Even though our techniques are very ancient, we rely just as heavily on technology. We all collaborate on documents virtually. Our point of sale is all virtual. My Spectrum services help simplify my day.
Fast, reliable internet, starting at $40 a month, backed by the Spectrum commitment to keep your business connected.
Born in 1947, dedicated to our heroes. 78 years later, we honor that legacy with a bold new chapter. Prosser Memorial Health has opened the doors to its new state-of-the-art hospital, designed with you in mind. This is how we care.
Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking was proud to take part in the Great American Flag Swap. Our commitment to quality craftsmanship, superior service, and community support is a reflection of our love for this great nation. Rick's Fencing and Decking thanks you for joining us in honoring our veterans and all who serve.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino in Yakima. Experience the thrill of our Vegas-style casino, featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and earn exciting rewards. Enjoy games like Blackjack, Pai Gow, and High Card Flush. While you're here, don't forget to unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy a meal from our restaurant. Come discover Yakima's ultimate entertainment destination, Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Enter to win tickets to see Foreigner. Coming to Walla Walla Fair and Frontier Days. Click on contests at applevalleyNewsNow.com or enter on our mobile app. Foreigner, Walla Walla Fair and Frontier Days. The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It's going to be another beautiful day out there, a very beautiful spring-like day, mostly sunny skies and normal temperatures for this time of the year, as we'll be in the mid to upper 70s for lower elevations, 50s and 60s up in the Cascades, the same thing for the Blues. For tonight, clear skies really across the map. Overnight lows going to be down into the 40s for the valleys, basin, and foothills, 30s up in the Cascades, 30s and 40s up in the Blues. It will be a little bit breezy this evening in the Kittitas Valley. Elsewhere, winds should be light. They'll also be light throughout the day, so not that big of a concern with the winds for now. We'll touch on more winds for Memorial Day in just a second. Now on to the temperatures. This is really going to be the big story over the next 7 days, as, again, normal high temperatures for today, about 5 degrees warmer than normal for Saturday. Then we'll be about 10 to 15 degrees warmer than normal for Sunday. Now, cooler, noticeably cooler for Memorial Day and Tuesday, but then for Wednesday and Thursday, it's like we pick up where we left off for Sunday. So why does this happen? Why does this happen right here? Well, it's because we'll have a storm system for late Sunday into Monday. Could bring some shower and thunderstorm chances. It's certainly not going to be a washout for Memorial Day, but it would be a good idea to have that First Alert weather app on hand. You can track the showers and thunderstorms in your neck of the woods. Some outdoor plans could be impacted, but I wouldn't cancel any outdoor plans. Dry for Tuesday, more small shower chances into Wednesday and Thursday. Another impact we'll see to our weather for Memorial Day, not just cooler high temperatures, not just shower and thunderstorm chances, but also it's going to be breezy and windy across the map, especially in the Kittitas Valley, where some of those peak gusts could be around 45 miles per hour. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Highs climbing into the low 90s by Sunday, cooler for Memorial Day and Tuesday, then hotter again by midweek. In Yakima, warming up through Sunday, briefly cooler for the holiday, then maybe up into the low 90s by Wednesday. In Ellensburg, very windy and turning cooler for Memorial Day, but then hotter weather comes back Tuesday and Wednesday. In Hermiston, high stepping up to around 90 degrees by Sunday, more comfortable for the holiday, then hotter again towards the middle and end of next week. Finally, for Walla Walla, the heat will be on this weekend, especially Sunday, but not much cooler for Memorial Day with a small chance of a shower. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, gripping new testimony in the Sean Diddy Combs trial.
What are you expecting today?
Images of an alleged arson presented to the jury. The singed sports car belonged to a romantic rival.
'Cause day and night, the lonely loner seems to free his mind at night.
Scott Biscotti, the rapper better known as Kid Cudi, who briefly dated Cassie Ventura in late 2011. He told the jury about an early morning phone call from Cassie. She told me that Sean Combs had found out about us. She sounded really stressed on the phone, nervous, scared. Muscati drove to pick her up when he said Combs' assistant called to say Combs was in his house. Not long after, Muscati testified he received a call that his Porsche 911 Cabriolet was on fire in his driveway. It looks like the top of my Porsche was cut open, and that's where they inserted the Molotov cocktail. And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the very latest from the trial. With your GMA First Look, I'm Aaron Katursky, ABC News, New York.
So, we really need to see your LDL-C come down more to lower your risk of another heart attack.
I was afraid we had to do more.
Like what? I already exercise, take my statin, eat kale. I can tell you're trying, but there's a high chance you'll have another heart attack.
I don't want to go through that again.
What else can we do? Let's add Repatha.
Repatha plus a statin dramatically lowers LDL-C by 63% and drops the risk of having a heart attack by 27%. Do not take Repatha if you're allergic to it. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing or swallowing, swelling of the face, lips, tongue, throat, or arms. Common side effects include runny nose, sore throat, common cold symptoms, flu or flu-like symptoms, back pain, high blood sugar, and redness, pain, or bruising at the injection site.
So, I have your latest blood work here, and we did it. Your LDL-C came way down.
Listen to your heart. Lower your LDL-C and your risk with Repatha. Talk to your doctor.
Now, the morning sprint.
6:52, time for your morning sprint and everything you need to know as you head out the door this morning. We start with your national headlines. 6 people are dead after a small plane crash in a San Diego neighborhood. It happened just early yesterday morning. We brought it to you right here as breaking news. It set homes and cars on fire. You see that dramatic video on your screen. FAA saying that there were 6 people on board that plane. Officials say 8 people on the ground were injured, but no one on the ground was killed. A fire official described the debris field in the military housing community as gigantic. 10 homes damaged. Emergency officials say about 100 people had to be evacuated. In your business headlines this morning, Lipton is spilling the tea on its new look. The company said the design bridges heritage and modernity. The packaging still features Lipton's signature red badge and yellow background, but the Lipton logo is now in all caps. The company's founding year has also been added. The tea tags got a makeover as well. They now feature a letter L on one side of the other, and the other type of tea on the other side. This is Lipton's most significant brand transformation in over a decade. Now the top 5 local things you need to know as you head out the door at 6:53. Kennewick police are asking for your help after reports of gunfire broke out near West Canal Drive and North Arthur Street. It happened late last night. Witnesses say 2 people in dark clothing ran from the area after those shots were fired. 2 homes were hit by bullets. Luckily, we're not hearing that anyone was hurt. Officers recovered multiple shell casings, and they're asking residents to check security footage. And in College Place, take a look at these photos. A welfare check turned into a disturbing animal cruelty investigation. Police found filthy living conditions, animal remains, including exotic species, and no food or water for surviving pets that were in that apartment. Some remains were even found in the freezer. 2 residents were arrested on 22 counts of felony animal cruelty. In Yakima County, health officials are sounding the alarm after 5 overdoses were reported in just 24 hours, triggering a spike alert. Authorities warn of a possible highly contaminated or high-potency drug supply making its way around the area. They urge residents to carry naloxone and seek support at findtreatment.gov. And with wildfire season nearing, federal forecasts show an above normal fire risk across the Northwest, especially by August. National Interagency Coordination Center says the goal is to get ahead of the conditions that threaten lives and property. In Richland, fire crews plan to conduct a controlled burn today near the WSU Tri-Cities Wine Science Center. Weather permitting, they will do that controlled burn between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. And as Memorial Day weekend approaches, the Pacific Northwest Mustang Club is hosting its annual Spring Show and Shine car show at Columbia Park. All proceeds benefiting local veteran organizations. All right, 6:54 trending this morning. How about a penny for your thoughts?
Well, today is National Lucky Penny Day.
Finding a penny became associated with good luck back when it was considered a more valuable find due to the copper metal. According to superstition, finding a penny face up is lucky, but if it's tails, you should turn it over and leave it for the next person to find.
I've picked up many pennies that were on tails, and hey, maybe that tells the story itself. Well, some countries would like to do away with pennies altogether, with the metal and cost to mint exceeding their value. The U.S. has produced pennies since 1993, but on Thursday, the U.S. Treasury announced it will phase out production of the penny. Oh no.
Yeah, that's right. A final order for penny blanks, a coin foundation before it is struck and finished, was accepted this month. Once those pennies are produced and go into circulation, that's it. See a penny, pick it up.
Penny?
Yeah.
It's about to happen.
The end of the penny.
That's a little bit sadder. I feel sadder than I was expecting to feel.
Well, now you're just gonna have to pick up all the pennies you can find.
Sure.
And start a collection.
And if I find 100 of them, maybe if I found 100 more, it'd actually be worth something.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Talk to us about the forecast. We heading out the door on this beautiful Friday.
Yeah, it's going to be a gorgeous spring day, but we're going to transition into some summer weather for Saturday and Sunday. We'll hold on to that as we head into next week. Right now, temperatures in the 40s and 50s for lower elevations, 30s up in the Cascades, 30s and 40s up in the Blues. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast for today for the Tri-Cities. Lots of sunshine all throughout the day. High is going to be getting into the mid to upper 70s. In fact, we'll be in the mid-70s for the Kittitas Valley and Bluefoot Hills of Morrow County, and mostly upper 70s for the Yakima Valley and Lower Columbia Basin. And remember, in the sunshine at the peak of daytime heating, it's going to feel warmer than what those air temperatures would otherwise suggest. Here's the bottom line for the forecast. Will be about 10 to 15 degrees warmer than normal for Sunday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So feeling especially summer-like for all three of those days. We're going to be a little bit cooler for Memorial Day and Tuesday as a storm system is going to cool us off. It'll bring us a chance of showers and thunderstorms Sunday night into Memorial Day. Memorial Day is not going to be a washout, but it will be very windy on Memorial Day in the Kittitas Valley. So what else is new?
All right, thanks so much, Josh. And thank you so much for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find the latest on all of our stories and weather at AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Good Morning America is up next. We'll be back tonight with your local news and weather at 5.
Have a great day.